So we're about to go to the US, and the advice we received. And
one of the biggest problems that the ANC formed in 2024 was losing the elections. After losing the elections, there was nothing the ANC could hold on to. They have lost. Now they have to learn to work with other political parties in order to achieve their goals. By doing so, it means that each and everything that occurs in the country, they have to be on the table. Before they could make a decision, they have to sit down and brief other people. This is something they've never imagined post-1994, because all this time they've been enjoying the power. The reason I'm saying this is because there is a new problem in town. The problem by the name of Phil Craig, a British-born businessman who is now living in South Africa, and actually he has acquired the South African citizenship. According to their website, Phil Craig is the founder of the Cape Independency Advocacy Group. What does that even mean? It means that they want Western Cape to be an independent state. This group has failed numerous times to convince the South African government that they want to be an independent state. But despite that, they are not giving up. Despite the fact that nobody's giving them the attention that they need, they are not giving up, and they are taking that matter too far. They are going as far as saying that we are going to the White House to ask Donald Trump to intervene on the matter of Cape independency. I mean, how disrespectful can these people be? I'm just going to read one of their messages, which they said, CIAG notifies South African government of its intention to lobby for Cape independency in the US, invites President Deco and Western Cape Premier to raise any objections within the next 7 days. So basically, these people want to go to the US to plead with Donald Trump for him to intervene on the matter of Cape independency. They know the relationship between the US and South Africa, that it is not on good terms. So this is their biggest chance to get Donald Trump to intervene. Phil Craig also had an interview with Newsroom Africa to speak about this thing of wanting to go to the US to ask Donald Trump to intervene. Please have a listen.
Is just to inform them that we're intending to go to the United States, and that we're going to lobby there for Cape independence. We've taken legal advice. We've always been an organisation that stayed within the bounds of the Constitution, and is pushing for Cape independence democratically, peacefully, and legally. So we're about to go to the US, and the advice we received, and I thought it was sensible advice, is look, let's not do anything underhand. We'll put our cards on the table. We'll be very transparent in what we're doing, and we've written to those, the president, the premier, and the minister of DIRCO, and we've said, look, we believe we have the right to do this. We intend to do this, but in the spirit of fair play, we're going to give you full notice, and we're inviting you to make any representations if you believe that we're not entitled.
The guy has a citizenship. He acquired the citizenship. We don't know if that was done through perfect means or, as you know, corrupt means, because the ANC, one of their biggest problem that we really need to criticize them for that is that they undermined the people of South Africa. They undermined us because they had all the power, all the means to change this country. But instead of doing that, they enriched themselves. Now, you look at all the comrades, none of them has a clear record. If you don't know nothing about them, it means that they haven't angered their enemies. They haven't angered those who have power to expose them. Most of them have dipped their hands in those cookie jars because they wanted to benefit.
So we are not being blue-ticked. We cannot be blue-ticked because we are such an important player to the United States of America, as they are an important player to South Africa from a political point of view, from a trade point of view, and from a whole number of other important points of view. So we are not blue-tickable, if I can use that term. We cannot be ignored. And so we will, and they have sent a message. They sent a note verbal to inform us about the action that they took. So that shows that they have formalized the communication. So we are not being blue-ticked. We are being recognize, much as it first came out in a tweet, but it did finally come out in a formal communication. And we will engage with the United States of America in a formal way. We will do so with deep respect for them and for President Trump as well. We will deal with the US as an important global player.
Now, when you have people like Phil Craig, who wants to go to the US and ask Donald Trump to intervene on this thing of Cape independency, you must know that South Africa has been disrespected. And it is not because the big businessman wants to disrespect us. It is because the people who are leading us have allowed corruption in the country. I mean, how many times have we seen reports of corruption? How many times has the ANC, the government that has fought against apartheid, how many times have they been reported to be in corruption? This is the country that is rich in minerals. But if you look at how they are governing it, it's more like if you are rich and you have something to offer us, we are going to give you anything you need. They have sold this country cheaply. And unfortunately, the US president and Elon Musk have taken advantage of the weakness of ANC leaders. Donald Trump knows them. Elon Musk knows them. They know that wherever they go, they are entangled in corruption. I'm really not going to lie. I find it very problematic to see mainly white people trying to drive this narrative of an unstable South Africa by trying to go to the US and trying to call Donald Trump, mind you, the person who's been one of the people at the forefront of misinformation. They are going there to call them into the attentions of South Africa, knowing that if they are there, if they speak more about it, then our so-called leaders will be forced to act. I mean, the reason they are not acting, it is not because they have a master plan. The reason they are not acting is because they are trying to back the US government in corners. They are trying to say to them, well, we understand these issues are very critical, but can you bear with us? We are going to solve it. And in public, they are trying to show a brave face. It is not going to work. The US has them on half clutch. Whatever they do, it is not going to be enough.
So our relations with the United States are going to be put on even keel. So I would like the people of South Africa not to have sleepless nights, have peaceful nights, knowing that we are working on ensuring that this relationship is put on a good footing going forward, because we trade together, we play together in various sports, and we are political interactors in a number of forums, and so we have to deal with each other.